some mosquitoes, their role really is to kind of cause us problems because that's what they've evolved to do.
Tonight, we start with a warning. If you're traveling to the East Coast, a rare and deadly mosquito-borne disease is popping up in New England. Good evening, and thank you for joining us. I'm Kirsten Holmes in for Steve Price. Now, we do not want to scare you here, but we do want to arm you with information. As CBS 8's Alex Lai reports, doctors are not worried about the disease coming here to the West Coast, but they do want to warn you about the signs you need to look out for if you are traveling.
Eastern equine encephalitis, or triple E, is not a new disease. It's rare but can be very serious and even deadly.
It's a virus of birds and grows up in bird populations, mainly living around freshwater hardwood swamps on the East Coast.
UC San Diego professor Dr. Robert Schooley says mosquitoes that bite birds with the disease can spread it to humans and horses. A 41-year-old man in New Hampshire died after contracting the mosquito-borne illness, and 2 cases have been reported in Massachusetts. Health officials in Oxford, Massachusetts even approved a curfew for outdoor activities, urging people to stay indoors after dusk. The Center for Disease Control reports 1/3 of people who get severely ill from triple E die, although there are less severe cases and some show no symptoms.
They'll develop a fever, tiredness, a headache, and then can develop severe neurologic symptoms, including loss of consciousness, seizures.
Symptoms usually appear between 4 and 10 days after the insect bite. If traveling to the New England area, keep an eye out for possible symptoms when you return.
They could bring it back with themselves and become ill, but they wouldn't be transmitting it to other people.
So why is the rare disease on the rise? The CDC says our warming climate is causing more bugs to appear in new regions, but health officials are not concerned with it showing up in places outside the East Coast.
It tends to pop up in nice, natural ecosystems where there's lots of birds and lots of mosquitoes biting those birds.
UC San Diego assistant professor Noah Rose says it's unlikely to spread to the west.
It has this sort of natural cycle being spread by this one kind of mosquito that likes to bite the birds that it finds in particularly in the eastern United States.
For those traveling to the East Coast, precautions can be taken by staying indoors after dusk, wearing long sleeves and pants, and using mosquito repellent. And while there are some serious mosquito-borne illnesses, Rose says there's only 3 types of mosquitoes out of 3,000 species that are dangerous.
There's so many different kinds of mosquitoes, and most of them aren't really causing problems for humans. Most of them, they live somewhere in the wild. They bite some animal that's not humans most of the time. They might contribute to some disease transmission, but not of things that we're thinking about or caring about.
Alex Lai, CBS 8.